Amy with expressionsvinyl.com, and today I have a fun coloring project for you to do using wood, paint, gel markers, and of course vinyl. So this is the finished product, and you can easily find any type of free coloring pages on Google, and I just Googled free owl coloring pages, and you fill it in however you'd like. I did want to stick with paint, but then there were certain spots where I just added vinyl because my paintbrushes weren't small enough to fill in, and then some lines were extremely thin, so I went ahead and used some gel markers. And you can use any kind, any color. These ones have the very fine tip, so those worked well filling in those empty, small, thin spaces. And I liked this paintbrush because of the pointed tip, so it helped maneuver wherever I needed. And I also used this type of brush. This one's a Sargent Art brush for the bigger spaces. So it really is up to you on what you like for your paintbrushes. And I use an 11 by 11 board, and I didn't do any adjusting with this, just had to wipe off any extra dust, and it was ready to start with the vinyl. And I already went ahead and weeded most of my image. I just have this little section to finish weeding, and we'll go ahead and do that. And you can use any type of vinyl. I like this gold to kind of go with the colors that I had. Used quite a bit of color, so this was a very neutral color to go with the rest of the colors. And this is a time-consuming project, so it's perfect for those days when you really have nothing to do. And it took me quite a while to actually finish this project. And so we're going to apply some transfer tape, and we're going to do it in a couple layers because obviously it's not big enough to cover the entire piece, which is totally fine. And it doesn't have to be perfect. So there's that first one, and we'll add a second. And then we'll just use the application tool and smooth that out. It's okay if there's wrinkles, doesn't really affect. Just make sure that you are pressing hard enough so it adheres to the vinyl. Okay, and then we'll just trim off any excess. And that's what it looks like. And then we'll go ahead and remove the backing paper and apply it to the board. This one was fairly easy, just to remove the entire piece. And then I just started from the top and just centered from there and moved my way down. And the application tool is good for doing just that. Okay, and then we will remove the transfer tape. I like to go at an angle. I find that it usually doesn't stick up as much. And what's nice about this 2 layers is that you can remove this one and then move on to the other side. Okay, once that's done, you can start on the other side. And that's what it first looks like after you apply the vinyl. And then the fun part starts. You can just go ahead and fill in however you'd like. So I'll start with some purple, just kind of show you. I'll start with this brush, and I usually just grab the paint at the end, and this is acrylic paint. And we'll just go with this side. And I first got in as close to the vinyl, and then work my way inward. That way the outer edge is already filled in and you don't have to worry about coloring those in. You can go ahead and color in any way you'd like and finish it with any other types of colors that you'd like. And if you like this and like to see more videos, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks, bye.